Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going to be going over Mr. House and Cooper's pre-war meeting, and what it could mean not only for the lore of Mr. House, but for the lore of Fallout New Vegas and the franchise as a whole. And before I start today's video, oh my gosh, 500 subscribers? This is only my 5th week of posting, and you guys have blown my expectations out of the water. Thank you guys so much. I'm serious. It means the world to me. The growth has been insane, and all of your guys' support. I really appreciate you, and I can't wait for what is to come. But let's get to the video. In the latest episode of the Fallout series, episode 5, we finally get to see this meeting between Cooper Howard and Mr. House, and to say that it is exciting is an understatement. Not only are we given a great amount of lore, but we also get some more pieces to what possibly this season could even be going for. And I think I figured out what it was. But before we get into any of that, let's go over what happened. Cooper Howard went with his wife while she was going to an important business meeting, which was selling cold fusion to Mr. House, in New Vegas. And it looks beautiful. Not to get sidetracked, but my lord, did they do a really good job with it. Yes, some things are in different areas, but the Securitrons, the Strip, the Lucky 38, it looks beautiful. But Cooper Howard gets into the Lucky 38, and he meets who we think is House. And who we think is Mr. House leans in and says, "Mr. House would like to see you." But I thought he was Mr. House, or Anthony House. But no, after him and Cooper go up the elevator to the Lucky 38, it is finally proven that it is Mr. House, the man we saw in the first episode, and his body double, not Anthony House. And also, we get to see Mr. House laugh, which I don't think we've ever seen him laugh before, at the guy from the bathroom. I just think that's something I'd like to add in. There is a bit of personality there, even pre-war. And Mr. House and Cooper finally start to get talking. And Mr. House says that he's been watching Cooper for a very long time, meaning he knows Cooper has something to do with the end of the world, but he doesn't know yet. And then House drops that Cooper and his destinies are mathematically intertwined, and that now Cooper has done something to push the bombs back a month from when they were going to happen. And Cooper looks over to this double Mr. House, or fake Mr. House, which Raffi Silver does such a great job. Honestly, even if they didn't change or do this, he could have easily been House. And I just hope that they don't get rid of him, and I hope we get to see him in future seasons, because he is a phenomenal actor, and I absolutely love his performance as House. And then Cooper questions the Mr. House double on, "Then who are you? How long have you been him?" And he says for 10 years, which is a really long time. And I know I've heard some people saying, well, why would he do this? Would you not want to be the richest man in America and get all the benefits from it? Because I sure would. And on top of that, he's either being controlled by one of the control chips, or Mr. House has some insane blackmail on him, or has told him that he'll save him when the end of the world comes, if he even knows when it's coming. Mr. House and Cooper start to bicker. Mr. House just wants him to simply come down the stairs, but Cooper is trying to, be defiant, not fall right into what Mr. House wants. And Mr. House drops that he was there with him in Alaska when he saw that demon, the Deathclaw. And you could say how? Well, in some promotional material, and then also suspected by fans for years, Mr. House had access to all of his technology that was constantly being updated into the cloud or into his database, where he was collecting that information and using it for a multitude of reasons, and mostly probably to spy on people and get information. And that also means that not only did he hear the conversation that happened at the round table, which of course you would hear about, his double was there, but anyone who wears a Pip-Boy, anyone who potentially uses a Robco device, he is listening. And that brings so much more lore for not only what we see in the games, but pre-war, and how Mr. House was always watching. It seems that they're painting him as a little bit of a big brother besides the control part, and that he's just watching. And Mr. House believes that the death claw that he saw in Anchorage, Alaska, leads all the way up to the future and the future destruction of America. And then he brings up Cooper Howard's wife, which finally gets him to come down the stairs to talk face to face with the House himself. And Mr. House did a bit of a lore dump where he knows everything, and he knows when people are making technology that he may want, and so he buys it up. But why? So he can survive the end of the world potentially, and that's why he's meeting up with Barb to purchase Cold Fusion, which I think he will purchase Cold Fusion in return to selling the chip, which is something we see in the end credits where they show us what is going to be happening in the next episode. And then we get something crazy. He tells Cooper why he needs Cold Fusion, and it's so he can live forever. And that Cold Fusion will help him stay alive in a roboticized, non-biological form so that he can protect Vegas. And this sounds a little bit different from the pod that he's in. How do they have so much of his altered tech? Their tech is very similar to Vault-Tech's tech, which is produced by Robco. We know that Robco and Vault-Tech had one of the most influential and beneficial partnerships ever in the entire world. And this is something emphasized a lot throughout the show. And then Mr. House stunts on Cooper, saying that he runs statistical algorithms based off math, yada yada, based on global political and socioeconomic conditions. Whatever that means. I had to have it right there because, my lord, but basically means he can predict the future using math. We all know this from the game. And it seems that he even questions if Barb's loyalty is to Vault-Tech or to somewhere else, potentially. Hence why she looks up during the meeting at that shadowy figure who we thought could have been the real Mr. House, potentially, but it's very clear now that it's the Enclave. Mr. House goes on to talk about how he has predicted that the end of the world will happen, and the date is Cooper Howard's daughter's birthday, April 14th, 2016, inspired by his tech. As we know, the Enclave has a lot of similar tech to Vault-Tech, and Vault-Tech's technology is primarily made by Robco and Robert House. So, what is going on here? What is at play? Mr. House goes on to say that he thinks that there's a unknown entity at the table, the same entity that had those demons in the snow in Anchorage, Alaska, and the same unknown entity that could potentially be behind Vault-Tech. And that's where he drops the line that he lives by, that the House always wins. But what if I am not the House in this situation? And I love, oh my gosh, amazing writing for an amazing character, and they're also doing him so much justice with this. And we see him put on his helmet that connects him directly into the Lucky 38, which, oh my goodness, does that look good. I want to buy one of those. Please, Wand Company, please make Mr. House's control helmet, because my lord, it is beautiful. And Cooper Howard seems to totally shift his attitude and demeanor and starts insulting Mr. House, calling him a blanking lunatic. What if you're just a lunatic? And it seems he starts to get angry with what he's heard here, almost that he's in disbelief by he came here all this way just to learn that it's not his wife, it's someone else, and that Mr. House is trying to prevent this. Is he being lied to by Mr. House? Is Moldaver lying to him? What's going on? And we start to see Cooper break. And Mr. House does not take any of that. He tells Cooper to look upon himself, and the ghoul starting to be born. And I cannot wait to see where they go with this in the next episode. And while Cooper is storming off, he pokes at how his wife is working on apocalyptic ways to destroy the world while he's in Vegas trying to build a missile system to deflect and protect Vegas from the unimpending doom of the nuclear bomb. And Mr. House starts shouting at, why did they meet up? It makes no sense. Nothing was gained here, or was something gained after all? And that's where I get into my big theory about what this whole meeting was, and that it was all really just one big ruse. So I believe that this was all crafted by Mr. House way, way, way before Cooper even eavesdropped on that meeting between him and Barb. Let's put some things into picture. We know that Mr. House did not have the platinum chip ready until the day of the bombs dropping, and even then with his predictions, it was going to be a very short window. And we see that his past predictions are set a month before, meaning he would have never gotten the platinum chip ready in time, meaning he needed a way to push the bomb back. And that means Mr. House set up Cooper to come all the way back, all the way through Moldaver, sending him there, and that Cooper is what he needed to push the date back on the bombs going off. And why? So he could have enough time to finish the platinum chip and save New Vegas. Because right now, with his current predictions before Cooper Howard becomes involved, he's not going to have enough time to finish it. But why not call Cooper Howard here? Think he has a noble purpose, and then burden him with the fact that he will have to kill again when we know Cooper Howard does not like killing for the name of some cause. That one man's life may not be worth millions, but still, it is not right to kill. And he's hit with that mental conundrum, and then he finally meets House and realizes it's not the real House. It's this guy who followed me in the bathroom the other day and was kind of poking at me and ticking me off. And this man says that everything that I believe is not true, and that there's a bigger player, and that my wife, who I think is so evil, could be working for someone who's even worse. It seems like Mr. House is pushing Cooper to finally break and do something about it, which will then push back the end of the world. Call me crazy, call me not, but so much proves that this theory is true. Nothing is gained from him going there. Mr. House doesn't get cold fusion in that moment. He doesn't get any more information. He just leaves with Cooper Howard being extremely angry, starting to turn into this new personality, the ghoul. That's where the ghoul starts to come out within him, obviously before the bombs dropped. But it seems that Mr. House planned all of this just for Cooper to be right in front of him so he could break Cooper, and that Cooper would do something erratic, like potentially try and steal cold fusion from Hank, which will cause some sort of butterfly effect, which leads to the bombs being dropped far later than they were supposed to, which gives Mr. House more time to protect Vegas and to save it. I think it's a huge possibility, and I don't see any other way, because nothing was gained from this meeting at all. Mr. House already knew everything that he said to him. If anything, Cooper just learned more information that would burden him down, more information that could cause him to break and do something about it. So that's what I think is going to happen. And it's further proved by, in the what's coming up in episode 6, we see him arguing with Barb and eyeballing the case that Hank has. It seems that House wants Cooper to do something that will put a squash to cold fusion and make it so the bomb's date is pushed back. So, let me know what you guys think, because so much was talked about in this meeting. It was beautifully done. Honestly, they didn't ruin anything. They expanded on the lore. It was perfectly done. And honestly, I was having some doubts in the last episode. You guys know by that one post that's doing pretty well by now. But I was worried. And this episode, and specifically this scene, made me realize, wow, I think these showrunners actually do care about the game and are paying respect to the game. And I believe that the New Vegas Strip and not seeing our favorite factions is all a red herring, because something bigger is at play. And I can't wait to see what that something bigger is. Obviously, it's the Enclave. That's what it's all going to. And I'm so excited to see where they go from here. So let me know your guys' theories down below. And if you disagree with me, let's debate about it in the comments. And also, again, thank you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. 500 subscribers, that is insane. I expected to be doing this for half a year and not even get that. And I'm haven't even been doing it for 2 months. So thank you guys so much. Seriously. And by the time this video's out, I'm probably live right now. So come join me. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing if you're not. And please like the video, comment down below. And thank you guys once again. And with all that being said, you are cared for, you are loved, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.